Hey guys, figured I'd make a new video. I haven't made one for a month or so. Um, I guess the channel's gonna kind of change a little bit. I'm doing a whole lot less with my outside homestead stuff and more getting the reloading and the prep stuff, and I guess just bitching about what's going on with the stupid ass Biden rule and fucking stealing the Trump election and all the senators in the House and all that dumbass shit. I've been ranting on Facebook on that, and they keep deleting me. Set up a new MeWe account, and hardly anybody's there. I don't know. So I think I'm just going to turn this into a rant one. In the past, I really didn't want to go too overboard on my ranting and on that shit with the damn guns and stuff, just because causing problems. Guns Coast to Coast, one that I really like to watch a lot, BL Lab, Dodson, Brew, what the heck was his called? Terrence Pop up here and Grunt Speak. I love watching him. He's pretty good and funny. What is it? DB, the Brew, a couple guys that are one guy out of Duluth up there, and he does a lot of gun stuff, and I've been kind of watching a bunch of his there. I wish I would have found him through the winter time. He would have been a perfect match for me. I generally like to drink a lot more brew pub shit. I was an old beer judge, so did home brewing, kind of like doing a lot of that. Nowadays, with all the great beers, it's just ridiculous. There's no reason not to or to brew your own unless you really want to. It's just so nice to get all these great beers. So it's a great world right now for that part, as long as dumb fuck don't screw that up. Now it's about 11:15 or so here. I was gonna go outside and have a cigar and do this out there, but the wind come up and it's be way too noisy. So figured I'd go ahead and make one or a couple in here and kind of sound out a few of these. I was kind of talking something with this new Hellcat. I really like this thing. My buddy had a P365 he had bought here 2 years ago or so, and I really liked it. But the number one thing is I try to get myself 10 mags for every damn gun that I own, just in case something goes wrong. I label them that way. If you have issues with the goddamn things, you know which one you had the problem with or whatever, rather than trying to sort through all of them. And so that's kind of the thing there. But just getting a new holster. This one, I haven't been much of a Kydex guy, but this thing is kind of nice. I'm not used to it. I normally carry a 45 with me. I've got a Springfield XDM subcompact, and I've got a XDS. Those are my two basic carry guns. I kind of like the 45s. I've got here's my 5.2, and then I loaded up a bunch of these gold dots. I bought these, and that's kind of what I do is I'll put on there, okay, the loaded 11 of 20. I've got them. There's my gold dots, 2C, and then I put 45 since I've got the exact same pistol in 10 mil. It's kind of hard, so I make sure that I know which ones are which, but I really like this one. It's a great pistol. Everything's loaded, so if you want to be a fucking pussy and bitch about it, fuck you and go away. I really like that loaded indicator. I thought it was kind of a gimmick when I first got it, but I really love that. You can kind of just feel, you always know, you don't have to press check. Now the Hellcat has got just the little window, which is not good because at night when you're checking it, usually I'll check it if for some reason before I go in or whatever to a place, just to make sure that I've got one in the chamber. Normally they're always chambered. There's always one in there, so it's not a big fucking deal. But that's what we're doing. And then over here, like I've got my 308, 150 grain soft point, 308 ball when they were loaded up. So I know here's a 420. This is 62 grain, 3 plus 1 T. So that means 3 62 grain ball plus 1 tracer. So that way I kind of rotate that. I do some of those that way. I don't have tons of tracers, and I don't really think they're that useful. But since I do own some, I might as well use it. But here's my 10. Got this fucker there. Just loaded up some with the SIG V crown. So I need to put that in for my carry. Otherwise, and that's the other good habit that I have that I think is good, and it turned out real nice, is I went ahead and whenever I buy a new caliber or anything, I always go and get at least 1,000. So I bought 2 right away last year. I just got this in like February, and I didn't have any 10 mil. So I bought, I think, 750 from one, and then 500 from another just before all this shit went up. So that kind of worked out for me. That way I can play with it. Now I've been doing a bunch of reloading with them. Got some different ammo. I'm trying to fuck around with it and get that all set. I did buy some, whoops, that's the 9 mil. I've got some of these, some more 9 mil stuff here, but I've been sorting and getting my 6.5 Creedmoors. Been doing a bunch of reloading with the 223s, the 30 caliber. And like, here's something that I buy. I've got, I don't know, 10,000 of these. They're 30 caliber, 150 green tracers that are bad trace. 1,500, I forget, I bought these probably 8-10 years ago. I haven't done anything with them, but they're not going to hurt anything sitting here. So, and I think I gave like $50-$60, $1,000 for these buggers. So that's why I bought all those, just because they're perfect for plinking ammo, for dicking around, that sort of stuff. It's like, what the hell? What a perfect little thing to do. And at that price, as anybody knows that shoots 30 caliber, and I've got my 308s. I've got a couple bolt action ones. I've got some AR-10s. I've got one M1 Grand 308. I got a bunch of 30-06. I've even got one 300 Win Mag. That all can shoot these bullets for plinkers. So I try to keep into that. Everything I buy, I finally jumped to that 6.5 Creedmoor just because it does offer so much more. That's the reason I generally try to stay. That way all these bullets can go the same. My 30-06, if need be, I can cut them down. Once you lose your neck and they get soft on there, you can cut them down and turn them into 308 rounds. Always have that interchangeable stuff there. This was something that I picked up at Shields. They had them on clearance. It's kind of a weird holster, but they were normally like a $40 holster, and they were for $5, and they fit my Springfield 5.2s, and which is kind of an expensive holster, and you can't find a lot of good ones on that. But that's where they were in clearance for $5, so I bought 4 of them. That's kind of how almost everything I do. If I can get it and I'm going to use it at some point, or know somebody who probably will, or trading, then that's what I do. Just wanted to do a little bit as far as numbering the different stuff. I guess we'll talk a little bit later, but I figured I'd at least get on there. These tacos, I just love these things. That way they're interchangeable. You can put it on for whatever pistol you've got, whatever thing, double stack, single stack. They go ahead, and that's another reason with this guy. I try to set up some of my pistol belts. That way I can interchange and use whatever the hell I want. I'll shine over here quick, and there's a bunch of my bullets I've been sorting through and doing a bunch of brass. Anybody that does the reloading knows that your brass prep is a long, drawn-out process, but getting all that done. Up here's some of the 6.5s and some of that, and getting all the different junk done and ready this winter. And then here's a few of the some of the rifles. I've got behind there's my Grands, and I've got a whole other room with more of this stuff. But just a little bit. Figured I'd get things going a little bit and make an announcement. Like I said, a lot of these new guys I'm watching, just wanted to say hi.